Hello, and welcome to a Momo Monday here in Robert versus the New York Times Crossword. Today we're going to the Monday, January 29th, 2024 crosswords and go for that 1,431-day streak. So here's your spoiler alert for the Monday mini. If you'd like to play along, pause the video here, click on the link in the description below. The mini is always free to play. Alright, let's do it. Red, Rams, edit, donor, adopt, Peru, and tree. Alright. Hearts and diamonds are both red suits. You can adopt a pet. Some dwarves are minors. Peru. Alright, not too bad today. Anyway, now for the main event. That's the Monday Daily Grid, which is by Garrett, Chalfin, and Andrew Kingsley today. Here's your spoiler alert. If you'd like to play along, pause the video here, click on the link in the description below. Daily Grid does require a New York Times game subscription. Alright, let's see what Garrett, Chalfin, and Andrew Kingsley have in store for us. Let's get into it. Completely enthralled is Wrapped, Dangerous, The Rapids, Nailed the Exam, Aced It, Orange Smoothie Fruit, Papaya, 50-50, well, this is Acai, and this is a tie. Amorous Cartoon Skunk is Pepe Le Pew, Hardly Any is Few, Cry at the End of Work Week is TJF, St. Ives, Disappear Like Magic, Go Poof, Bounce on Booties is Twerk, Wonderstruck is probably Odd, and Police Department Alerts are APBs. So our Meteor Shower, those are the Perseids. Platter used to carry glassware. Maybe it's bar tray or something. This is a sty. It helps a clown stand tall stilt. Lethal Weapon is a buddy cop film. Sauron's Realm is Mordor. A blank ought to have a good memory. Quintillion. I'm cracking up as LOL. Dark Beard's an era. Gore and Green are both owls. Ice Cream Brand is Edie's. Thin is a voice is Reedy. Impartial court proceeding guaranteed. Fair trial. A liar ought to have a good memory. What the answer to the starry clues all are when their first and last letters are removed. Ooh. Palindromes. Bonus is an add-on. Rocket launch site is a pad. Dreary. Dismal. This is a spasm. Game that involves covering one's eyes. Peekaboo. Christmas is Noel. Bread at a Seder is matzah, but spelled various ways. Winning tic-tac-toe line is OOO. Repository of genetic material is a DNA bank. This is Score, the Hershey Toffee Bar. Dog tag wearers are GIs. Jaja and Ava Gabor. Images that give the illusion of movement. In outdoors are two-way. Op art. Relating to the bottom layer, I guess that's Basil. Numbers game is Keno. Map enlargement is an inset. The Wiz is set in Oz. Fine tunes. Tweaks. There are two in this clue. Typos. What ministers do. Preach. Extend beyond. Over something. Withdraw formally. Secede. Something's wrong here. Regret is Rue. Short-lived store event. Some kind of a sale. A flash sale. First president on television is FDR. Take 5 is rest. Paul Klee, I believe. People trip on acid. And what fun is we? Alright. Just sub 230 there. And we've got a bunch of near palindromes. If you take off the bread, the fillings of the sandwich are palindromes. Pepe Le Pew. Remove the P and the W becomes Epe Lepe. Bar tray becomes Artra. Fair trial becomes Air Tria. One moment becomes Nemo Men. Nemo Men, interesting. DNA Bank becomes Naban. And Flash Shell becomes Lash Sol. It's interesting. It's interesting, these near palindromes. I wonder what the seed here was that inspired Garrett and Andrew to make this puzzle. I'm sure they must have seen something that was almost a palindrome and wondered how many other examples there are. Yeah. This one has the extra constraint isn't really the right word, but the extra difficulty in gritting around in that two pairs of themers intersect. That makes things much more difficult. So there's actually quite a lot of theme material here. And it's still quite a clean Monday puzzle. So it's an impressive construction. But the revealer, as it sits in the grid, is not really apt, right? Because none of these are palindromes. Of course, the clue tells you the instructions on how to read it, but it's interesting. Anyway, let's look through this Momo Monday, see what we can learn. APB, that's an all points bulletin, right? Ida B. Wells. Cupid, Eros, Amor. Sometimes when it's the god of love and there's an O here, it could be Amor. Eros, Cupid, Amor. In Latin, he is called Amor or Cupid. Yeah, so, you know, I always think it's Eros, but sometimes it's not. Does LOL really mean I'm cracking up as I type this? I don't think it actually does. Lots of people use LOL without actually laughing out loud, let alone cracking up. So I don't think this definition is really apt. I think it's actually really correct, but Pad Dad. Philippa Sue. This used to always be included as Sue Canals. Sue Locks. Whenever it was in old crossword puzzles, but yeah, Philippa Sue of Hamilton, who plays who? Eliza Schuyler? Angelica? No, Eliza, I think. So there's a new clue for Sue. And I think people go for it. Hamilton was, of course, you know, a phenomenon. So twerk, that's newish. Maybe it's not that new anymore. Go poof, that's fun. The Perseids. Maybe this is slightly hard for a Monday, actually. I don't think everything here is like kind of a gimme. I don't know if that's the Matza has many spellings, right? Yeah, I lucked into the correct spelling, which is actually not even one of the ones listed here. Did I leave it blank? I think I spelled this as is. Anyway, there's many spellings of Matza, and that's a nice fill though. I like the TZ. Matza itself, I don't think is that tasty, but you know, of course, it's a religious thing, right? When you can't have unleavened bread, so it's not so bad. Anyway, let's look at some stats. I think that's a pretty normal Monday, time-wise anyway. It's a bit faster than average, actually. You can also see how I did on the other puzzles that I didn't record for all of you. Went pretty quick, honestly. It was a pretty quick week. Just doing that on my phone. But just a bit faster than average, and it looks like people are going just a bit faster than average. So about right for a Monday. Yeah, interesting theme. Anyway, let's do some more puzzles since we got time on this Momo Monday. Starting with the Telegraph Plusword. Here's your spoiler alert for the Plusword. If you'd like to play along, there's a link in the description below. It's free to play. British mini crossword meets Wordle at the end. Let's do it. Grip firmly. Jacks, queens, and kings. Maybe they're just all cards. The longest river in France is probably the Loire. Fiery crime is arson. Stairs, maybe steps. Analyze text, that's parse. All the crosses look good. We have topic there. I suspect this might be clasp. I didn't say it out loud, but let's see how British this thing is. Early riser, drops, and sense. Nothing particularly British about this except this style of clue. Maybe this whole clue. Analyze spelled the British way, and then the clue followed by an anagram for it. It feels a bit... Whenever they do this, I think. I didn't need the anagram, or I didn't need the clue. I don't need both. But that's the British style. Anyway, let's move on to the Telegraph Codewords, which is not free to play, but there is a link in the description below if you get a Telegraph subscription. I think the first year is pretty cheap. They did give me my subscription for free. It's like the best thing I've gotten out of this channel. That's not true, but yeah. But not a sponsor. I have no sponsors. Interesting. Sneeze then, maybe? Could be like freeze, but before here, I kind of think this should be like maybe Manx or something. Let's try this. Let's see what if I do this, what does it look like? It doesn't look that bad. An I here, maybe? Ooh. Maybe this is an I. Maybe this is something like zipper. And this is like ape. Engraver? Shaggy, maybe? Hybrid, that looks good. This is a T. Ciabatta. There's our O, an editor. Universe. It's probably moose there. Atom. Where's our Q? Liquid. Pulley, flax, jinx, unkind, and wait. Alright. Made it through that one. Really, sneeze came quick. But I think zipper was really the breakthrough there. Let's try the code words regular. Let's see if we can make heads or tails of this one. It's a vowel, not a very common one. This is definitely a vowel, so this is a consonant. I don't see any obvious things to go off of first. Vowel, probably. Just looking for the E basically first. You know, it's got to be common enough and it's got to sort of appear in the right places. It's not always obvious though. This looks promising, not necessarily as the E. Although it could be the E. But I think I said I thought this was a consonant, so maybe this is like a T, something like status. This could be a Q, I suppose. If I go on that hypothesis, an R here. If it's right, it doesn't give me much. I think that makes this an E. This could be like exceed or something like that. Caveat, okay. This is probably an N, this is probably unit. Qualification. Unicorns, not very many O's in this one. Symbol. Jubilant. Gas jet, interesting. Fridge, freezer. Skirts, I suppose. U, maybe? This is exceed, let's go for what's for sure. Pharmacy, spud. U. Alright, actually slower than the code word. It's tough. Above average, indeed. I don't think any of the letters here were free. Just the M's and the S's sort of didn't give you enough. But status was really the breakthrough, I think. Yeah. Alright, nice. Let's let's do the New York Times Flashback. Kinda like the flashback puzzle. It's a Monday after all. Sunday night. Flashback came out not too long ago. Let's see what events we have here. If it will load. Here we go. Start the quiz. 1980, the underdog U.S. Olympic hockey team wins the Miracle on Ice, causing national euphoria. So the semifinals against the USSR. The wild popularity of a newer drink, cocoa, causes the Catholic Church to allow it during fasts. It declares liquid does not break the fast. So that's... I don't know exactly when, but it must be something like the 1800s, the 1700s, 1600s. Boeing hires Wang Tsu as its first engineer. Using wind tunnel data, he helped create its first commercially viable aircraft. All right, so that was definitely before 1980. Do I have a guess? 1950? No, 40, 30, 40. 1916, way earlier than I thought. A mechanic's son, Roy Kalm, asks if body parts can be swapped like car parts. He's told no. He later performs Europe's first liver transplant. So, mechanic's son. I guess it's gotta be here. There are cars before 1916, but not so many. 1950s, okay. Named partly for a native tribe, Ewoks debut in Return of the Jedi. They inspired a 5-year-old Lily Gladstone to become an actor. So, I think Return of the Jedi was something like 1984. 83. Close. The world's first ATM opens. To set the length of pins, one creator and his wife discuss how many digits they can remember. 4. So if you'd asked me ahead of time, the picture kind of gives something away. If you'd asked me ahead of time, when did the first ATM open? Credit cards were shockingly late. But we're like, did debit cards pre-exist? And were they the same form factor? I guess I'm going here. 1967. Going 8 miles per hour, Walter Arnold gets the first known speeding ticket. A politician wonders if cars could someday go 25 miles per hour, provoking laughter. First speeding ticket. Again, there were automobiles before 1916. So I think I gotta go here. 1896, okay. At age 1, Jane Goodall receives a stuffed toy chimp. Family friends warn it will cause nightmares. Instead, it's a cherished companion. So this is basically saying, what is the age of Jane Goodall? Jane Goodall must be here or here. Jane Goodall must be... I mean, she was very famous even in, like, when I was growing up, in, like, the 90s. So is it here? Or here? I think it might be here. I could be wrong. Alright. After failing his teacher's exam twice, Gregor Mendel starts breeding peas. He discovers factors now called genes. The monk Gregor Mendel. And I think it's here. It's a pretty big gap there, yeah. Alright, 7 of 8. Just off by 1 on how old is Jane Goodall. Should have known. Alright, well, let's finish up as we always do with the New York Times Connections puzzle. We're trying to make 4 groups of 4. Let's see what we can do here. Vertex cell baby bag. Toy tiles peak pocket. Number board mini racks. Crest contact summit. Digits. Digits, mini tiles, and vertex are all New York Times games or former games, aren't they? So Digits doesn't exist anymore. I played some. The mini crossword, tiles, and vertex. I think this is a bit tongue-in-cheek here. New York Times games. No. Yikes. Okay, so maybe that's like a fake one. All right. Summit crest. Peak. And other things meaning the highest point. Maybe vertex. Maybe. I guess we try it. Okay, highest point. At least got the easy one. Let's see. I don't even see one. Cell number, contact number, number. Baby mini. Toy. Pocket. All words that can be like a small thing, like a toy poodle. Let's try it. Modifiers meaning small, alright. Digits, number, contact, and cell can all mean phone number. Tiles, board, bag, racks are all elements of a Scrabble game. Let's go with that one, that was probably harder. Inside a Scrabble box, and this just means your phone number. And that first one has one from each, so this is a bit tongue-in-cheek, I think. It's a little wink wink nudge nudge. Vertex, mini. I guess it's not really called the mini, it's called the mini crossword. Tiles and digits, which isn't a game anymore, are all New York Times game. A little wink wink nudge nudge, right? Tiles, vertex, mini crossword. No more digits. Anyway, thanks for watching this Momo Monday. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you tomorrow for some Tuesday puzzles. See you then.